Recently, I was dealing with a case where the young lady had been harassed by the owner, a co-owner, particularly of a corporation. And she wanted to know what her remedies were. And as she began to tell me the story, she became nervous. She said, well, I feel nervous because I didn't report it to human resources. I didn't tell my manager about it because this was the owner of the corporation that was sexually harassing me. And so she waited an extended period of time. Luckily, she was still within the statute of limitation, but she felt like she had no option. She felt like she had no recourse. But after sitting with our legal team here at Smith & Green, we were able to point to her that the analysis is different. It's not the same as it is with a coworker. It's not the same as it is with a supervisor. When it's someone that's that high up on the food chain, if you will, the owner, senior vice president, sometimes even the directors of HR, where you feel like there is no reasonable opportunity or there's no one else to report it to, it starts to fall into what we call an alter ego analysis. In other words, where you're so high up on the food chain, for lack of better words, that there really is no one else to go to. There feels like there is no reasonable means of supporting it. And so with that particular young lady and with many other folks that feel like they've been harassed by owners or by people that are so high up to where there's nowhere else to go, there is an analysis under the law for harassment of all kinds, not just sexual harassment, racial harassment, disability harassment, and the like, where if this is coming from an owner, a co-owner, or a senior executive, then it could fall under an alter ego analysis. And there's some analysis under the law that the attorney will look at with you to qualify that as alter ego analysis and harassment, which is liability per se. The employer is always liable for alter ego, president, owner, someone that high up on the food chain. It's a little easier to get there because there was no reasonable recourse. But you would want to sit and talk with a lawyer about that so they could analyze the facts of your case regarding that analysis.